According to Dr. Besigye, General Muntu was bad for the party and therefore branded a mole and had to be hounded out of the party. And I want to say something a little bit about this. I was in the center of this all as a candidate. And my team began to foment this rumor. And I asked Ingrid, are you sure Muntu is a mole? And she said, without any shade of doubt, he is a mole. Poor man was harassed here. Dr. Besigye and his wife, Dr. Winnie Byanyima, came here, harassed Muntu, wanting him to resign. At an appropriate time, we will tender our apology to Muntu on behalf of those people. Now, even me, who succeeded General Muntu, together with the Secretary General, Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, when we refused to serve the interests of Dr. Besigye, when we refused to be his stooges, we branded all sorts of names like sellouts, Engata, Ebikoko, and all other tribes of names that one can ever think of. I can assure you that even in his political, even his current political peg boys will fall out with him should they attempt to be independent minded. They are this breed of politicians who hate people who have got political independence and reason objectively using their brains. They want to control people. And this is something that we rejected in the FDC. And it has caused some of the problems that we have endured. The world, the country and the world can now see for themselves that the allegation advanced by Dr. Kizza Besigye against the leadership of the FDC were intended to tarnish the Secretary General and myself out of selfish personal considerations. We saw how the team was busy discrediting the leadership of the party, yet this group is even more questionable than those they intend to blackmail. Clearly, Dr. Kizza Besigye has surrounded himself with characters of questionable reputation, knowingly, but has kept silent for his own political expedience. We'll now examine some of these people without fear of ever. The Honorable Semuju Nand Ibrahim. He's the Speaker's peg boy, whose integrity is deeply questionable. He's the only Ugandan who has superseded the record of traveling. I was a member of parliament, and you know, travels do not come that easily. That he has managed to travel for more days than exist in a period of 182 days. And we have evidence to this effect. For him, he traveled out of the country on purported parliamentary duties for 196 days in a year. When we were hunting for corrupt officials at parliament, Semuju would have been lined up as a culprit number one. I am shocked that such a person is heading the process of forming a new party. Is this going to be a party of the corrupt? Certainly it's going to be. Of course, you heard him recently, refusing to sign on a petition. And the reason he gave was really very strange. That because the person who was being petitioned against is his friend, he would prefer not to fight corruption. Or that, on a person who is alleged to have been corrupted. on account of the person being his friend. And these are people who want to kill FDC and form a new political organization, and they believe that it will appeal to the people of Uganda. I think they are daydreaming. Honorable Francis Mujuke, I really laughed yesterday when I was watching the Morning Breeze, when Mujuke in his stammering manner was questioning, the knowledge of the law of a teacher of the law. And I think I want to thank the Honorable Sibambi for his polite demeanor, because he remained polite. He was like looking at this fool, a teacher of law, teaching in the Law Development Center, in the oldest university in this country, and you go on television to question his credentials, saying all sorts of things about him, and yet there are skeletons in his closet that can be proved. This one's name should actually, we, the Baganda, would call him Somba Bioma. Because whom has he not flinched of money in this country? Including those he is hobnobbing with. At a party level, I can report him misappropriated a lot of money, but we forgave him. I have received complaints from 56 MPs on account of that kind of theft. This very member, we have privileged information of his active involvement in the Patriotic League of Uganda activities, led by Muhozi in the Amkole sub-region. In fact, the 2 times he has succeeded to go to parliament, he has either collaborated directly with the NRM or has come, as was recently the case in the election of 2021, come under the protection of the SFC in order to win the election. And Dr. Besige thinks, in fact, I would like to even inform the public that Dr. Besige knows all about this, about the involvement of Muijike with the PLU, about his association with Muhozi, the first son, about his association with the NRM. But is prepared to turn the other way because Muijike sings his praises. Our sister Honorable Salam is known to be a regular visitor of State House. We have also seen her on several occasions escorting Mr. Museveni on foreign trips. We don't understand under what capacity. The same person was bankrolled by the State House with billions of shillings, ostensibly to defeat the then Speaker of Parliament in the Kamuli district woman election race. And I am going to say this with authority, because in a meeting that had senior leaders, including Dr. Besige, she confessed to this. I'm surprised that Dr. Besige is looking for people who collaborate with the NRM, and yet just before his nose, there are people who do exactly that.